Are you struggling to get people to actually like your Facebook page and what you do? We'll teach you how next. Hello, I'm Stuart Mackey of Mackey Productions.
And I'm Stacy Self with Stacy Self Creative Consulting.
If you haven't already watched the part 1 on Facebook, they're telling you how to create a Facebook page and why it's more important to create a Facebook page versus trying to use your personal page as a Facebook account. Make sure you go back and watch that episode because several of the things we're going to talk about will really require you to have watched that. Unless, of course, you already have a Facebook business page, but you're just not getting as much traction as you would like. This is the episode for you. So, Stacy, first of all, once you have Facebook set up and you're trying to get fans, what's the first step you need to do?
Well, the very first step before you ever think about getting fans or likes or what should I put on Facebook is you have to really make a commitment to yourself to be consistent in what you do. Because if you're not being consistent, it's just not going to work.
So like once every other week, probably not good.
No.
Okay.
Like
Note to self.
People say all the time, well, Facebook is kind of frustrating because you have to do it every day. And I say, well, you have to brush your teeth every day, you have to take a shower, and you have to put on deodorant, but no one really complains about it. So it's just something the same thing.
Right.
I mean, you just have to do it every day. And they say that it takes 30 days of doing something in a row to develop a habit.
Yeah.
So,
I've heard that.
it's really important that you just make the commitment first and foremost to be consistent.
All right, so be consistent. Put it on a point, make it a point with myself or a certain time of day to post. But how do I know does it matter what time of day I post? How do I figure that out?
Well, the answer is going to be different for everyone. So in the last video podcast, we talked about Facebook analytics. And so what I would encourage you to do as a business owner is to go onto your admin page and click on that analytics button. And you're going to really want to dig into that kind of data. And you're going to find out who is liking your Facebook post. Are you a majority of a women demographic? How old are the people who are looking at your Facebook page? So for my page, I know that 78% of the people on my page are women from the ages of 24 to 44. So I know that most of the people watching my page are mothers, and so a lot of my posts, even on my business page, are pushing more to that kind of demographic because I know that's who's watching me. I know that's who's liking my post and commenting and sharing.
Okay, well that's good. And is that part of your target market? I mean, that's valuable too. I mean, I think another way you can look at that is, are you even reaching your target market? If you're not, you need to think about what it is you're posting. It's probably not even having to do with time. It probably has to do with the actual content, I would think. Mm-hmm. So that's very good. So, all right. So when you post, what's a key part of a post on your Facebook wall?
Well,
Facebook page.
The very most important thing on every post that you make is that the first couple of words needs to be a call to action. So you need to tell your people who are liking you and sharing and commenting on you, you need to tell them what to do. So you need to say, like this comment, or share this comment, or comment below, or, like my post, or like my page. You can if you put in www.stacyselfcreativeconsulting, you can actually share my Facebook page, and I can share it on Facebook with other people so that they can like my page. And you can do the same thing by typing in your address of your Facebook business page. You can actually share that post. Mm-hmm. But that's not enough. You actually have to put in the topic, when you're writing your post, you actually have to put, like this page, trying to get to whatever number by the end of today. Make it like a contest. Make it something where you set a goal for yourself. So for me, it was a really big deal when I broke 300. So I was at like 240 something, and I blasted my page out to all of my database, and I said, like me and help me get to 300 by the end of today. And sure enough, I did. So creating an urgency about it too.
There's a couple of really important things I want to catch there. And one of the last things you said was a blast. And I think what you're saying is you actually sent out an email blast telling people about your Facebook page.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Very good, very good. So I think that's one thing that we're probably going to be a consistent theme on this podcast is all these venues are not mutually exclusive.
You have to use one to help the other.
Yeah, they all interact with one another. You can also, in some ways, you can share posts between worlds, so to speak, and that's real important. And then the other thing is, like, I think people have a bad habit of when they share a post, they just click the share now, especially if you're on mobile. Do the write post option, because you don't want to just share it without any commentary. You want, like, if I'm sharing Stacy's post, I want to say, hey, this is a friend of mine, and this is a great new post, new business that she started, and you should like it. And then it shows the link below that. So don't just, otherwise it'll just say, just do a share to post. And it's just, people are going to go by it.
Well, the other thing I want to say too is that, Facebook for Business, don't complicate it. It's still people reading your post. So you don't have to overthink it, because you just need to think about it like when you're talking to your friend, about your business. You talk about, like, what I did today, or I went to a really great luncheon today,
right.
Or gosh, I met with an amazing client and we came up with some phenomenal ideas for their Client Appreciation Day. I put those on Facebook because people like to conversate and they like to engage. They don't like to be sold to. Think about the last time you went to a car dealership trying to buy a car. I know for me, I drive in and I hope to God nobody sees me. And then I get out and I run because I know that there's like 5 or 6 people coming to ask me, hey, can I help you? Can I help you? Can I help you? And everyone's trying to sell me something.
Right.
Well, I'm already there. They already know that I'm looking for a car. I'm in the market. I'll come up and let you know when I need something. The same thing with Facebook. The people who are on your page already know what you do and they already like you. So it's important just to engage with them and just build that relationship. Every time you make a post and they like it, or they share it, or they comment on something, you're staying in their thought process. And that's really what Facebook for Business is about.
And I think the other thing that is, everyone I think has to make their own decision on this, but I pretty much openly friend business contacts as well as ask them to like my business page. I think it's different for different people. Also, if you're a business to business, like Mackey Productions is really more business to business, but businesses aren't robots.
Right.
They're staffed by people that have relationships. So, like you said, you want to harvest the relationships. It's not just business to consumer businesses. Business to businesses, that was a mouthful, can also benefit as well.
A really great segue to that is that everyone knows what a power partnership is. Or if you don't, let me give you a recap. A power partnership is you and 2 to 3 other business people who share the same client base in non-competing industries. So for me, I'm a marketing consultant. Stuart is in video production. I have a friend who is Kristen Piazza with Red Horse Design. And I have another promotional products company that I use. And between the 4 of us, if we agree that on Facebook, when I make a post, Stuart is going to share my post on his page because his clients are also my clients, and vice versa. When he makes a post, I'm going to share it on my page because it doubles the power of people who are going to see that post. So take your power partnerships that are in the real life that you're working with, and also bring those into your social media world to where you're agreeing that you're going to go visit your power partner's page and you're going to share their information. And then they're going to share your information, and it's just going to help you go more viral, and it's going to help more people to see you and be aware of you, and you're going to gain some credibility and maybe some new clients that you would have never, ever gotten in front of had it not been for that business partner and power partner to be sharing your information.
Well, and then the thing we glossed over in part 1, if you haven't seen it, is we glossed over making your Facebook personal profile. And to be honest, if you create a personal profile and then create a business page but don't have any friends, you're really almost going to get 0 stick out of your Facebook. I mean, you're not going to get nearly as much traction as if you really had your own Facebook personal presence. I mean, you can push out, like we said, emails asking people to like your business page. But it's not going to be nearly as effective or organic. I mean, Facebook, there's a term in Facebook called organic, and that is you didn't do anything other than your post. You didn't pay for anything to do anything. It just became popular by itself. And if you're not personally engaged in Facebook as a person, you as a friend, your business isn't really going to take off.
That's true.
Did you have anything else you wanted to say about how and what to post on Facebook business page?
Well, I just wanted to to revisit the topic about being consistent, it's important to hit the analytics and make sure that you know when the people are looking at your post, who it is that you're posting to, and there's sometimes you can see what days of the week are the most popular that people are watching you, and the most people are watching your post. You can see the time period, because I know at my time period is 9 p.m. is when the most people are on. Strange. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. For some reason, Wednesday is a slow day for me on Facebook. So I know my analytics, and I'm able to gauge my post. I have a really successful Facebook, history. I started my business page 2 months ago. I started at 0. In the first month, I had 330 likes, and right now, currently, when we sat down, I was at 673. So
she's beating me by a lot.
I'm beating. But the thing is,
friendly competition.
I engage with my Facebook friends, and I'm just now starting my own office, and I put pictures of my office on there, and I put pictures of stuff that I'm looking for. I'm looking for tables, and I'm looking for a computer desk, and people are engaging. And so when people talk to you on Facebook, even on your business page, it just helps you. It helps your rankings. It helps your, all of your analytics. You don't want to post something and have nobody like you and nobody comment on you. Because then you feel like you're back at high school and you're like, oh my gosh, nobody likes me. And that's a horrible feeling.
You like me, check the box.
You don't want to feel like that. So make sure that you're not selling to your Facebook audience. Make sure that you're engaging them, and make sure that you're making your post interesting and personal, even though it's a business page.
And I think I have a good segue into the closing, which is there are a lot of tools on the internet to automate some of this. Now, you don't want to be a total Facebook robot, because some people do that and it becomes obvious. And there's several horror stories about some Twitter robots that were really, really bad. And I won't name the businesses. But there are tools that you can do that. And I want you to make sure if you're interested in any of those tools, either contact us via our social media, or please comment on the blog or on YouTube what kind of tools you're looking for. And also, if you have any other follow-up questions, anything we talked about in this episode, please leave a comment below on YouTube or on Facebook or on the blog. And on top of that, speaking of consistency, keep us accountable to producing this episode by subscribing. If we have more subscribers, we're going to be like, woo, we got people waiting to watch the show. We better start moving.
That's right.
So please subscribe to us on YouTube or on the blog, or like the Facebook wall for our businesses, and the podcast also has a like page on Facebook. And in addition, we are on iTunes. So if you search for Social Media Video Podcast on the iTunes store, you can subscribe to us on iTunes, or you can go to socialmediavideopodcast.com/iTunes, and I'll automatically forward you to the iTunes store page.
You can find us in a lot of places.
Oh, yes.
That's impressive. Show the love, you guys. Subscribe.
Go to socialmediavideopodcast.com to subscribe to the blog, or go to youtube.com/socialmediavideocast to subscribe to us on YouTube, or check the iTunes store.
That's it.
How can people find you, Stacy?
You can go to my Facebook page at facebook.com/Stacy Self Creative Consulting. You can also find me on Pinterest at SSC Consulting.
And you can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Mackey Productions, at MackeyProductions.com for my website, or I'm on Twitter at MackeyPro. I'm also on Google Plus and on several of the other social medias. I'm not as engaged in Pinterest as Stacy here, but I'm trying.
Well, the demographic is women.
Yeah.
So that's okay.
It's okay.
You guys have a great day.
Have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe.